499 Words About Lego Loco. Published originally on my website, accordionsprout.com, 12th of February 2024. There was a station manager who was a superhero, but honestly, I was far more impressed with the bunnies that spawn near the flowers. There was also a plot, I think, but I was more concerned with building hospitals to watch ambulances drive around. Lego Loco was a PC game released in 1998, and somehow I remember it. The game was, according to one review, a train building simulator with a Lego cover, and goodness if that ain't accurate. Players could choose a world to build in, each unique for their environments: plain grass world, snow level, desert, etc. After that, players were given a floating toolbox that offered various structures to build. These included train depots, houses, roads, sidewalks, train tracks, hospitals, fire stations, farms, volcanoes, trees, etc. After building a small town, I would wait for them. Usually, the first person to appear would be a skateboarder or a little girl jumping rope. The last one was unforgettable because if I picked her up, she would scream. It was a loud shriek that drove my poor mother nuts. More Lego humans would appear, each with their own names, and they would range from punk rocker with pink mohawk, old man with a cane, the train manager, unforgettable in his yellow shirt, red cap, and pencil mustache, bunny rabbits, redneck in overalls, etc. What I've never forgotten was their voices. Like Animal Crossing or The Sims, the citizens of Lego Loco spoke an incomprehensible gibberish that for decades I thought I only imagined. Picking them up too much would make them yell at me. Leaving them in a field off the sidewalk would leave them frozen and immobilized. Cars would appear on the road after placing certain buildings and drive around. One time, I made 30 hospitals, only to be disappointed that only 5 ambulances appeared. There was a mail service where players could write cards and, if they had an internet connection, could actually send them to other players. We never had reliable internet, so my postcards stacked up in the RAM of my family's personal computer eventually lost to time. The trains were fun, and I killed hours making elaborate networks of incomprehensible loops. Watching trains dip into tunnels and reappear on the opposite side of the world was a surreal experience. It was also the precursor to my eventual love for Railroad Tycoon 3 and city building simulators like Pharaoh. I distinctly remember the cover. It was bright green with a yellow train about to run off the edge into the real world. A group of Lego people watched it pass by, excited, scared, and annoyed. Ultramarine font that was near impossible to read read simply, Loco. None of this is actually an argument for an essay. I've just spent years wondering whether this video game actually existed or if I imagined it. Recently, I had discovered it again, and I thought I would write it down before it's completely forgotten. The strange Lego video game for PC that I almost forgot. Joshua Jammer Smith, February 12th, 2024. Howdy, I'm Jammer. First off, as always, thank you for listening. I tremendously appreciate it. You gave me your time, and I think that's pretty cool. So, starting with the most obvious thing, this one was a little different than any of the previous essays. It was less analytical and more just kind of matter of fact, observational. But I mean, I really didn't know what else to say about a PC game that I haven't played since I was like 8. I know you can find the game on a couple of ROM sites. I'm not going to say because I don't want those sites to get taken down, but it is possible to find old copies of this game online as well. Like I actually have not my original game, but I bought the game on eBay and I keep it on a shelf with the rest of my old PC games. But it is possible to find this game. In fact, actually, while I was writing this and preparing for this recording, I found a YouTuber online. I'll try to remember to put her name in the description section below. Her account is called Lilbumbear. She's got about 6,000 subscribers, and she looks like she's got like a half-hour playthrough of Lego Loco. So if you don't remember this game or you think you remember this game, go over to her channel and watch her play for a bit. It might jog some memories. Now, as per usual, this is YouTube, so I've got to do the usual claptrap. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, all that mess. Again, it's just a way to help videos get a little bit more traffic. It helps me, it helps the channel, all that jazz. But also importantly, too, as superficial as it is, an occasional like really helps me because it makes me know one, people are actually watching, and then two, people actually like the content. So, hey, if you've got a second, just smash those buttons. Likewise, if you are a fan of this channel and you would like to support it, you can just go to the description section below where I'll post a link to my Patreon. It's just patreon.com/jammerdraws. If you do that, you are supporting me. Wow, words. I started that sentence and then it died halfway through. Whatever the case, I'm a visual artist. I write essays on the internet about video games, and I do other projects too, including now YouTube, podcasting, whatever. But if you like it, it's only a $1 tier month donation, and Patreon takes like 25 cents. So it's really 75 cents. But either way, if you've got a buck in your pocket that you don't mind parting with, or $12 for a year, or even if you just want to do a one time custom donation, you can do that as well. There's no fancy pants, like extra tiers and all this stuff because I don't do that. I'm just a dude, and that's my approach to this stuff. If you're throwing me a buck, it's because you like what I made. And at this point, I feel like I'm rambling, but if you enjoyed the essay, I'll post a link to it in my description section below where you can read that along with several of the others in the under 500 word essays. And then likewise, if you'd like to read some of the longer essays, you can. Right now, this is the only Lego based essay on the site right now, but I do intend to write a little bit more in the future because I am currently playing Lego Lord of the Rings, and that game owns. I cannot wait to write something about it. But I think I've talked long enough. Thank you again for listening. I tremendously appreciate it. And hey, go play some video games.